Australia makes 408 COVID visa open to all sectors. Our video update for today discusses the 408 COVID visa in Australia. Recently, a new instrument for the subclass 408 temporary activities visa, which falls under the Australian government's endorsed events, COVID-19 pandemic event, was registered. Even with the opening of international borders and incentives for temporary visa holders with work rights, the buzz around the termination of the COVID visa was short-lived when the Minister for Immigration, Citizenship, Migrant Services, and Multicultural Affairs declared the elimination of the requirement to be working in a critical sector. All sectors are now regarded as critical enough to keep the current and prospective workers. However, the grant duration will be 12 months for individuals working in the food processing, agriculture, aged care, healthcare, disability care, child care, hospitality, tourism sectors, and 6 months otherwise. Developed to control skill shortages in Australia, mainly due to the more contagious Omicron variant. Let's look at the 3 new definitions formed by the latest instrument. Relevant temporary visa. A substantive temporary visa other than a subclass 403 temporary work, international relations visa in the seasonal worker program stream. Substantive temporary visa. A temporary visa that is not considered a bridging visa. This definition also excludes permanent visas. Work rights. A visa that permits work. The 4 classes of individuals are all required to be in Australia during the time of applying and must either fall under the following: working or in receipt of an offer to work in Australia and either possess a relevant temporary visa inclusive of work rights, that is 90 days or less from ceasing or bore such a visa, that stopped to be in effect no more than 28 days prior to lodging an application. Last entered Australia before the 21st of February 2022 and is working or in receipt of an offer to work in Australia and either possess the substantive temporary visa, excluding work rights, that is 90 days or less from stopping to be in effect, or held such a visa that discontinued to be in effect no more than 28 days prior to lodging the application. Employed by or in receipt of an offer of work from a Commonwealth-funded aged care service and either retain a substantive temporary visa that is 90 days or less from stopping to be in effect, or retain such a visa that ceased to be in effect not more than 28 days prior to lodging the application. Employed by or in receipt of an offer of employment from an authorised employer under the seasonal worker program and either bears a subclass 403 temporary work, international relations visa in the seasonal worker program stream, or bore that visa which stopped to be in effect not more than 28 days prior to lodging the application. Of course, there are other conditions to this visa application that applicants must ensure they fulfill. There may be some overlap between classes, such as individuals working in aged care. However, this should not affect the length of the visa grant. The carve-out for 403 visa bearers in the seasonal worker program stream is to limit them to work only for authorised sponsors. However, this limitation appears to be ineffective if they apply for a second 408 COVID visa. It is probably expected that, by the time a second COVID visa application can be submitted, the pandemic will be regarded as over, and so will the COVID visa. Our video update for today ends here. Hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more updates on Australian immigration. Thanks for watching.